Hello everyone, welcome back to Spore Mimic Logic. There weren't any more expert levels that we could go through, so I guess we have to do random. Sound coolly, really awesome
Yeah.
possums?
Yeah. Did we fail last time?
No, we passed.
Okay.
Mimics, 1 or 2. Box below me is safe, box on the right is safe, box above is safe, box left is... So all 4 of these are vouching for each other, they can't all be mimics. Box below me is a mimic, box above me is a mimic. One of the 2 of them is mimics.
Ah.
They can't both be mimics.
Yeah.
So I still say open up one of them. If it's a mimic, oh well. You know?
Yep, it's the first floor. So.
We
Nice.
get 1 or 2 mimics. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. So if this is wrong, then everything else has to be true. If
Which
something else
possible.
is... There's a mimic among the red boxes. There's a mimic among the black boxes. Which means that's
no mimic
true.
among the red.
What do you mean there's no mimic among the red?
Okay.
Oh,
the top
that one's
right
false.
One
okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, is that because there's... If 2
Yeah,
is...
I didn't read that one, so I thought you were just saying, yeah, no, there's no mimics on the red. And I'm like, what? Anyway.
Oh, good. Nasa heals.
Eh.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. 2 are in black boxes, 0 are in blue. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. Okay, everything is saying that it's 2. Two mimics are hiding in blue boxes has to be false. 0 mimics are hiding in blue. 2 mimics are hiding in black boxes.
Okay.
Does that seem good?
Yep.
Because the bottom left has to be false.
Yes.
Come on, Nasa. Okay, Nasa? Too late, Nasa. Top row is safe. There's no mimic among the blue. Box below me is safe. There is a mimic among the red. There is a mimic among the red. There is a mimic among the red. Top row contains no mimics, then must be false. Box below me is safe is true. There's no mimic among the blue boxes is then true.
Excellent.
Breathe.
Oh.
Breathe. Let's eat a little bit of candy. Alright, 1 to 2. There is a mimic among the blue boxes, yes. Box below me is danger, box above me is danger. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. Leftmost column is 1 or more. Leftmost column contains none. So there are 2 mimics.
Yes, there must be.
That's true. But we can't tell which of the others are mimics.
Correct.
So we can only open up 2 chests, huh?
Yeah. Do we have anything? Do we have any crystals or anything?
Nope.
No. Okay. On we go.
Oh, that's annoying.
Come on, Nasa.
Nasa! Thank you.
Thank you.
If you just want to heal us, that's okay, but you don't have to. Just the 20.
Yeah.
Plus ZOG. Let's get 1 point of defense.
Cool.
Yes. Alright, 1 to 3 mimics. Brahmo has at least one. Topo contains a Brahmo. Okay, 3 things are saying the top row contains none. If they are all false, bottom row does have a mimic, top row has a mimic, bottom row has a mimic, bottom row has a mimic. So it is entirely possible that that is totally false.
But
if
it's also...
If they're true, bottom row has at least 1 mimic. Must be true because the top row contains no mimics. Top row has at least 1 mimic is then false. Bottom row has at least 1. Yes, bottom row has at least 1.
So the only things we know for sure is that bottom row has at least 1 mimic. Is true.
Yeah. So we know these 2 are correct.
3.
Right, yeah. We know these 3 are correct.
Yes.
But we don't know what else is correct. Because it's either the 3 on the right or the bottom left as the
Correct.
mimics. So we have to go.
Yep.
1 to 3, box on the right is safe. There's no mimic on the red. Bottom row contains no. So let's say that's true. Let's say there's no mimic among the reds. Let's say the bottom row is completely safe. Bottom row is completely safe. There is a mimic among the black boxes, would then have to be false. So, wrong.
So the very start, the very top left one has to be correct. Wrong.
False. Box on the right.
Therefore, we know the top right is false. There can only be 1 more false.
So bottom row has to contain no mimics. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Down right is not a mimic. True. There is a mimic among the red boxes is then true.
Hooray!
I'm here just like flinching stuff like, oh no, what if it's a mimic and it attacks us? Well, then we have to restart. That's what happens if there's a mimic that attacks us. Like, that's it. Eat the candy. Mimic, 1, 2, 3. Down left is safe. Down. Okay. If these are both true, that the bottom row contains no mimics, down right is a mimic is false. Mimic, that's false. Bottom row has at least 1 mimic is false. Upright is not a mimic, false. And then false.
Okay.
Those can't all be the case. Bottom row contains
Which
no
means
mimics,
the
that
bottom
has to
row-
be false.
Okay, so top.
Down right is a mimic. Down left is not a mimic. Top row then contains no mimics.
Hooray!
Do. Nasa's magic rate plus 3%. Nom. Oof. Just for the sake of healing, it's still nice. Why does my ear still hurt? Okay. Only 1 contains a mimic. So, okay, so something other than the box on the left must be a mimic. Okay, so if the bottom row contains no mimics, then that means that the top row contains no mimics, which means this is false. So, which means that this looks to be true. Or that could be false, and then that could be false. No, top row contains no mimics, so that's true, and then that's true.
Alright, so that's all assuming that bottom row contains no mimic is true.
Correct, but if bottom row contains no mimics is false, then that's false. Top row contains no mimics is then false.
Which is not possible.
Which means that the bottom row must then contain no mimics, which means that the top row contains none. and then that. So that
Yep.
has to be it then.
Yeah.
Hey, Nisa does more damage.
We're already a couple floors away from the
Yeah,
regular.
but there could be some big fights. Bottom row contains no mimics, so the bottom row has at least one mimic. Top row has a mimic. Bottom row contains no mimics. Okay. If we say the bottom row contains no mimics, then the top row must... So there are 3 that all say that the top row has a mimic. More mimics in red than in black boxes. That could be true, that could also just be false.
Yeah,
So we
I
don't know
think
for
what
sure.
we have here is necessarily because all of the things that are currently saying yes agree with each other.
Yeah, top row has at least one mimic. If that's false, then that's also false.
Yeah.
So, but we don't know about the left box.
Correct. That's good. That gets us 5 things.
I don't like that we're missing out on so many chests.
Stop. Never
Stop
mind.
what?
Oh, okay. Use a whetstone.
I want to see in the shop here to see if we can buy a weapon that's better.
Okay.
I think full heal. 30 HP says full heal, please. Gambling? No. Optimize the gear.
Eat your
Sell the
candy.
extra.
No. Okay, never
No
mind. Well, eat your candy.
Okay. So what's that? -7 attack power over the power axe, so... Whetstone?
Yep.
Alright. Buy some candies. Now we eat the candies.
Yum, yum.
I have a thought here. One to 3. 3
Wait,
mimics
what's the
are hiding in
sign?
red. Pardon?
There was a sign. What's the sign say?
Random level 1. 1 to 3 mimics within these 7 boxes. Mimics are guaranteed to lie. All other boxes tell the truth.
Is there a sign on every floor and I've just not been noticing
Yeah,
it?
I thought that there was a sign on every floor. That's why I haven't been paying attention. 1 mimic is in a blue box. Yes. 2 mimics on blue boxes is false. 0 mimics on black boxes is false. 2 mimics are hiding in black boxes. 2 mimics are hiding in black boxes. 0 mimics are then hiding in red boxes. Because all 3 are accounted for. Cool?
Yep. Sounds good.
See? Sign.
Yeah.
Mimics 1 to 3. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic. There's none among the blue boxes. 3 of them are saying that 2 boxes contain a mimic.
4
And
of
if
them.
they're false, then the middle one is false.
Bottom right.
So
4 of
4 of them are saying that there's 2. There is a mimic among the blue, or there's no mimic among the blue. I say... There's not no mimic among the red, and there is not a mimic among the blue. And there is no mimic among the blue. Because there have to be 2 mimics among the middle 3.
Well, the problem is that middle one and the middle left, they disagree with each other. And it's
Yes.
impossible to know which one.
Azura, we know there's 2 mimics.
Yes, but the one on the right, we already know is false. But we don't know which of those other 2 is false.
Alright, fair enough. Because, yeah, that one... Yeah, the left one could be true, and then blah, blah. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
my... Heal. 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 Super attack candy. 1, 2, 3 mimics. 2 of these boxes contain a mimic, 2 contain a mimic, top row contains none, top row contains none. There is a mimic among the black boxes, so if we assume the top row contains no mimics, then 2 boxes must contain a mimic. Which means that's false. Which means that's false, which means that's true.
Alright. And that all assumes the top row contains no mimics.
Yes. However, if the top row contains no mimics is false, then that's false. 2 boxes could still contain a mimic. There is a mimic among the black boxes. But 2 boxes then have to contain a mimic, otherwise both of these are then false. So
And
this
the
one
bottom
can't
2
be
are
true,
false.
and this one can't be true.
Okay, so the top row contains no mimics is true, and that's good.
Oh, a charm!
Nice!
Oh! A Master Blade. Oh. A chunk. A chunk. A chunk. 1 to 3. 1 mimic's hiding in a blue box. So if this is true, then the middle box is false. If this is false, then the middle box is false. So there is no mimic among the red boxes, we can guarantee. Box left is a mimic. 0 mimics are hiding in red boxes. So we don't know if it's 1 or if there's 2 mimics hiding in blue boxes. So this is as far as we can go.
Yep.
Oh gosh, that Master Sword really came in like clutch.
I think you can get in 1 attack before you're gonna need
1
to use the
attack.
weapon.
Bottom row has a mimic. Bottom row has more mimics than the top, but bottom row has a mimic. Bottom row has to have at least 1 mimic. Bottom row does not have to contain more than the top. Top row has more mimics than the bottom is true. Same number of mimics is possible. One of these 2 is a mimic, but we can't figure out which. We just know it's exactly one of them.
Yes. And top right and middle look like they're the ones that disagree there as well.
Well, yeah, because they can't both be false. Yeah, it's either the same number of mimics, or the bottom row has more than the top. But we can't tell which is which.
Correct. So...
Plus 15 Gs from treasure. Cool. So I guess we just go?
Yep.
Optimal gear. Still unequipped. We have like 2 whetstones.
Yeah. Maybe use... Well, let's talk to the guy. Yeah. Treasure. Oh, that sucks.
If I had known that, I would have just tried blindly opening up a chest there.
Okay, do we have any things to sell?
Pardon?
Do we have anything to sell?
Kira...
Like
okay, cookies.
Yep.
Yeah, we can sell a charm. We can sell cookies for guts. Wait, is this the gambling guy or the... Do we try the medicine? No.
You don't need it, no.
Sell. Mushroom, yeah. Body gear, sure. Boring rock, whatever. Alright, everything else either heals or sells for nothing or bestows our armor. Sell 2 weird medicine so we could just buy 10 candy?
Yes.
Alright, and eat the candy.
And I think just use the whetstone.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Item.
Just
Alright, let's go.
Let's go.
So like 4 attacks. Okay, turns out like 3 attacks because Naisha, I think, helped there. We got a random jam. It's an Aqua Stone, excuse. New high score. Level 2 has been unlocked.
Oh?
Cutscene. Mysterious voice. Ellipsis. Is it you? Are you the one who summoned me? Yes. I see. Then speak your wish and I shall grant it. Let's see. I wish for you to break the curse on Naru and let him speak. Very well. Did it work? It worked, sis. I can finally talk again. This is amazing. Phew. Silly word for a while there. That's what happens when you open up a cursed mimic that takes away your voice. Can't believe it's been 3 months. Not being able to talk is such a pain. And it was really lonely too. I couldn't order pizza, go do karaoke. Thanks for the ability to talk to treasure chest. We made it, sis. My life without talking would be so bad. Can't thank you enough, sis. We always this chatty. Of course I'm talkative. I couldn't talk for ages. Too soon to celebrate. Don't forget you have to help me out next. Yeah, I know. You have to break the curse put on you that's got that circlet stuck to your head. It's been almost 2 years since I could take it off. Don't worry, we conquer any dungeon as long as we're together. You're right. Well, we're going to be ready to go to the next curse breaking shrine. We're going to have to eat plenty tonight. What?
Oh! I was not expecting this to be the end of the game. I mean, obviously it's not the end of content, but...
Yeah, because you unlocked level 2. So, well, as we always do during the credits, Azura, what did you think of the game?
I think we're not done, but I like it. And I do find it interesting with the random one, it's finally actually making it so we often just have to stop.
Yep.
Simply because we don't know how many chests there's going to be, which is an interesting change-up.
It's going to get so much more confusing in later dungeons.
Uh-oh.
I'm low-key reminded of playing Portal 3 Portals, where in order to solve some of the problems, I basically just had to break my brain for a little bit. Yeah, forget about stuff like talking, whatever. It's like, no, here's what the answer is. This should not work in the slightest. But try it anyway and find out that it... Disable upgrades. Weird. Anyway. New dungeon! Robbers number doubt confuse.
Well, how about we continue with random?
No, but... Fine. The difficulty increases. Sure, let's just do random. Diagonal down right is a mimic. Up right is a mimic. Down left is a mimic. Up right is safe. So this protects this, which accuses this, which then protects this. Up left is safe. Okay. Up left is safe. Box on the left is safe. Yes, it has to be like this.
Yep.
Gold gear items. I don't know. Because if I told you how much were in each of them, you'd know how many mimics there are. There's a mimic among the red. Top row is safe. Up right is a mimic. Bottom... Okay. If this is a mimic... that could still be safe. But if that's not a... If that is a mimic, that's true and that's true. So that way up left could be true. Let's see if that's true, that's true, that's false, that's false.
Bottom left would be true. Bottom right would be false.
And then that's true.
And that's all assuming the top left is true?
Yeah. So if that's false, that's false. That's true. That would then have to be true. No mimic. That's then false and no mimic.
Do you remember which ones were true or false the first one?
Literally, I think just that one is the only one out.
Oof. Do you want to take a guess at number 1 being right? What floor are we on?
2.
Yeah, let's take a guess at blue being right.
No. Bite me.
Okay.
We received 1 adventure points.
Alright, now let's do robbers.
Robbers will show up along with treasure boxes and mimics. Robbers always tell the truth, but open them and they will steal gold. Number. Most treasure box hints will only include only numbers. Numbers correspond to how many mimics there are in the 8 directions around the box. Mimics give fake numbers, so it's
Minesweeper.
It's Minesweeper. Mimics only tell the truth, but all normal boxes the same color as that mimic will lie.
Oh. And confuse?
1 confused box is mixed in with the rest. Confused boxes always tell a lie. They are not treated as mimics and are therefore safe to open. So it's a lying box that is safe.
Which one do we want to try?
Doubt, I think. I don't know.
Okay. Mine's...
So mimics?
No, mimics.
Yeah, mimics
Okay.
tell the truth, but all other boxes of that same color lie. There's no mimic among the black boxes. There is a mimic among the blue. There is a mimic among the blue. So 2 of these are agreeing with each other. So... Right? These 2 are agreeing with each other, so they can't be mimics, whether they are telling the truth or lying.
Which means the blue one is false.
No. The 2 red ones could be lying. Because if the top left is a mimic, then it's telling... Then the other 2 red ones are both lying, and there isn't actually a mimic among the blue boxes. Because if we assume that that is actually false, well then there is no mimic among the blue boxes is then also false, but there's only 1 mimic. What does the triangle mean? There's no mimic among the black boxes. Or if we say that's the mimic, that is true.
Let's...
It is true that there's no mimic among the blue boxes. No, right, yeah, because that...
Yeah,
right, if that was the mimic, it'd be telling the truth. There is no mimic among the black boxes. So, yeah, there's no mimic. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. There is a mimic among the red boxes. Would then both be true.
Let's try it.
So if we find 2 of the same color that agree, I think that guarantees that they would have to both be safe. Top row contains no mimics. Top row contains a mimic.
So therefore we know the mimic is one of those red ones.
Do we, though? Because if the middle one is telling the truth, and it is a mimic, but telling the truth about it, then top row contains no mimics is safe, but a lie. But if the top left one is the... No, the top left one cannot be the mimic.
So top middle is the mimic, and therefore everything else is true.
Leftmost column that contains none. Leftmost column contains none. Bottom row contains none. Rightmost column contains none.
Okay.
Like I said, you're gonna have to break your brain up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you just meow at me?
Meow.
Alright, one mimic. Box on the right is safe. Box below me is safe. Box on the right is safe. Box on the left is safe. Oh, let me see. Okay. Okay. Box above me is a mimic, so if this is a mimic, box on the right is not a mimic, would then be true. Safe, safe, safe. And then safe. That can absolutely be the case. But if this is true, there are no other blues, so then this... So basically, 100% the top middle must be safe. Because the top left box cannot lie.
Correct.
Which means the box below is not a mimic if it's telling the truth. If it's not telling the truth, and this one actually is a mimic, because this one could be a mimic, that one is lying and this one is lying, but this one is telling the truth. But then, box above me as a mimic is false.
Yeah, and that doesn't work. So therefore, I think the blue one has to be the mimic.
Right, yeah, because if the... Because if... What if this is the mimic? Box above me as a mimic is then lying. What about that, then? Any one of these three could be the mimic. Actually, no, I think bottom left... Bottom left cannot be the mimic. So, either of those... One of those two is the mimic.
Okay.
Alright. Top row is safe. There's a mimic among the blue. There's a mimic among the blue. So both of these have to be... neither of those are mimics, but they could be lying if the top left is a mimic. No, top left cannot be a mimic because it says the top row contains no mimics. If that was a mimic, then the top row would not be allowed to contain a mimic, and that would be a paradox. So that has to be true.
Okay.
There's a mimic among the black boxes is false. This mimic among the black boxes is false. The rightmost column contains no mimics is true.
Okay, cool.
So, again, all these triple negatives and stuff. And you just know this is going to get more complicated once you get, like, 2 mimics or something. There's no mimic among the black boxes. There's a mimic among the blue. Okay, the rightmost column contains a mimic. It has to... Could be a mimic. No, yeah. Because there's no other blues, so this cannot be lying. This must be telling the truth. The rightmost column has to have a mimic. But the top row contains no mimics. So the leftmost column contains no mimics. There's not a mimic among red, there's not a mimic among blue, and there's not no mimic among black. So, are y'all in the... Are y'all viewers getting the hang of this so far? You see what we're getting ourselves into here?
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought this would be more complicated. Okay, screw you two, game. I don't
What
know.
happened?
Did you see that, Azura?
No.
We load in, but like only like the characters loaded in at first, not the map. So there's just 3 of us standing in a void. Right after I said the game was being too easy, it's like, well, screw you. How about you stand in a void? The game didn't like that I called it easy.
We don't have a whetstone, do we?
No, we don't. We have a wake-up bell. I say just buy the attack candy and hope
Okay.
to get a new weapon. 1 death candy. And we just go with this. 2 mimics from here on. Oh gosh. No mimic on the... Okay, this one has to be yes, because if this is a mimic, then it's telling the truth, which means paradox. So this has to be not a mimic. One of these 2 is a mimic, which means there is a mimic among the red boxes. But doesn't it? Yeah, there is a mimic among the red boxes, which means there's a mimic among the black boxes, but then there. We found one of them.
Looks good.
There is no mimic among the black boxes. That is true. There is a mimic among the black boxes is false.
Yeah.
False and true. Getting used to this and then playing normal mode, we're just gonna screw us over. Oh my god. Neighbors! There's no mimic among the blue boxes. Has to be a non-mimic. Can't be a mimic. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. Again, can't be a mimic. There is a mimic among the red boxes. Could be a mimic. There's a mimic among the red boxes. Okay, we're right. If this is not a mimic, then the other one would then have to be a mimic, so there's a mimic among the red boxes, which would mean that this one is a lie and that there wouldn't actually be a mimic. So that one can't be a mimic, and that's true. So this has to be a mimic. And if the bottom... So there is a mimic among the red boxes is then flat out true.
Which means there is a mimic among the black boxes.
There
but
is
that's
no
not
mimic.
possible.
Well, there is no mimic among the black boxes.
Ah. Okay,
2 of the
that
mimics
works.
are not neighbors. I don't think those count as neighbors. I'm really hoping. Would you like a massage? Increase max HP. Not that we particularly need it, I'm sure. Leftmost column has 1 or more mimics. Yes. Rightmost column contains none. Okay. Uh-huh. There's no mimic among the top row contains no mimics is then true. There is no mimic among the black boxes is then false. Rightmost column contains no mimics, but then it does contain a mimic. Blah, 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 but there is no mimic. Top row contains no mimics is false. No mimic among the blue boxes then false. Rightmost column contains no mimics. Wait. Wait. Leftmost column has 1 or more mimics. If we say that's safe, that could still be a lie. No mimic among the black boxes. Rightmost column contains no mimics. If that is a mimic, then that's a paradox. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. Okay, then the top row contains no mimics would then be true. Rival's column contains no mimics. That's a lie. Done. Column has one or more mimics. That's a lie. There's no mimic among the black boxes is a lie. There is a mimic. Top row contains no mimics, but then that would be true. There's no mimic among the blue boxes. Oh, there's no mimic among the black boxes. No, because then that would be true up there. So these two are the important ones. So leftmost column has one or more mimics. If that is a mimic, that's accurate. If that is not a mimic, so if, say, all of the reds are true, leftmost column is one or more, that's a lie. So one of the reds has to be false for that to be proper. Yeah, one of the reds has to be false, but it can't be either of the ones on the left if they're both lying. So there's no mimic on the black boxes. Top row contains no mimic. Oh, right, no, because that is true. Top row does contain no mimics. Top row does contain no mimics. There's no mimic among the blue boxes is true. Rightmost column contains no mimics. If that was a mimic, then that would be lying. So it has to be safe and lying. I think this is how it has to be. What do you think? I've explained the left row.
Okay. Seems viable.
I was right! Okay, save us, Nisha! Whatever, Nisa. Box on the right is safe. Box above me is safe. Okay. What is with the triangle? So these kind of vouch for each other. That vouches for that. Okay, okay. But we know that there are two mimics. What if it's both of these? Box on the right is safe. Box on the left isn't a mimic. No, because then one of the blues... yeah, one of the blues has to be a mimic. Box above me is a mimic. Box on the right is not a mimic. Box on the left isn't a mimic. False. Box on the right isn't a mimic. False. Which means it is a mimic, but it can't be a mimic.
Okay, so therefore bottom left is a lying blue.
Box above me is a mimic. So if that is a lie, then this has to be not a mimic. Box on the left isn't a mimic, lying blue. Box on the right isn't a mimic. True. Box above me isn't a mimic.
Wait. Claire, I just want to point out the top middle has to be is true. No, okay, keep what you have on the left.
Oh,
So we
I
know
don't
that-
know what we had.
So bottom left was a lying blue. And then therefore the top left is not a mimic.
Box above me is a mimic, so that's safe. Box on the right is safe. Box on the
Which
left...
means top right, top middle has to be a mimic.
But... Oh, so you're saying that this one is also a mimic, then?
Yes.
Box on the left isn't a mimic. False. Box on the right isn't a mimic. False.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you confident?
Yes.
Yeah, I did the last one, you did this one. That's called teamwork. Just a bunch of attacking candy. The rightmost column is safe. Box on the... Okay, no matter what, there is no mimic among the black boxes. That must be true, no matter what.
Yes.
So there is a mimic among the blue, and there's no mimic among the black boxes. Box on the left is a mimic, is false. Leftmost column contains no mimics. That could be true or false. Rightmost column contains no mimics. That could be true or false. So we could say the rightmost column contains no mimics. Leftmost column contains no mimics being false. Or we could say rightmost column contains no mimics is false and leftmost column contains no mimics is true. One of those is a mimic, not both of them. Which means this is a mimic. And one of those two diagonal blue ones is a mimic, but we cannot tell which one. Does that seem accurate?
Hang on a second. Yep. Yep.
Alright. Huzzah. Alright, big meal, let's go.
We're gonna need to sell first.
Do we want to, try some medicine?
Let's try it.
Alright. Optimize our gear. Sell on equip. Yes. We're still gonna eat the big meal. Alright. Well, I think we have to just keep going.
Yep.
Still just two mimics. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. We know this
Okay.
is true.
Okay. Why do we know this is true?
Because it's the only blue box. So if it's safe, then it's true. And if it's a mimic, then it's true. Because
Oh.
mimics tell the truth. But since it's
Okay.
saying there's no mimic among the blue boxes, it cannot be a mimic. So, there's a mimic among the blue, there's a mimic among the blue, no mimic among the blue boxes.
Which therefore means that one has to be a truth teller, meaning the two reds that say there's a mimic among the blue.
Must be
Wait.
lying safe boxes. Because if they were mimics, they'd be telling the truth, so they have to both be safe because they are lying.
Yes. Yes.
There's no mimic among the red boxes is true. There's no mimic among the blue boxes is... No, there's no mimic among the red boxes is a lie. And since we know that's a lie, the other black box has to be a mimic, so that one can lie.
And then the top right is another lying safe.
Lying safe box.
Oof. Okay.
Yes.
Surprisingly straightforward for this map.
Yeah, if there's a box of... If there's only one box of a color, it must be telling the truth. There is a mimic among the black boxes. Upright is not a mimic. There is no mimic among the blue boxes. That cannot be true, but we know it's safe, and so we know it's lying. Yeah, we know that's lying, so we know that there is... Okay, there is no mimic among the blue boxes. Box on the left is a mimic, that's true. Down left is not... Oh, wait. No. No. We know that's lying. We know that would be lying.
Therefore, the red and black are both mimics.
No, diagonal down right is not a mimic, is
Oh.
lie.
Okay,
That is a
okay.
flat-out lie. Box on the left is a mimic, is a flat-out truth. Down left isn't a mimic, that's a lie. No mimics among the blue, that's a lie. No mimics among the blue is a lie. Down right isn't a mimic, is a lie. We know that one of them is flat-out lying, and one of them is flat-out telling the truth. So we know one of it has to be a mimic.
So the
So
red
we know
one
that
is...
one's safe.
Okay, okay.
Ta-da! Eh. Two mimics. Box on the right. Okay, there's no mimic among the blue boxes. Period. There is a mimic among the black boxes, however. Okay, box on the right is a mimic. That is false. We know that one of the red boxes has to be a mimic, because that one is lying. There's a mimic among the black boxes is true. No mimic. There's a mimic. There.
Okay.
We're getting the hang of this.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting the hang of it. Blue pair item rate up. We got twice in a row.
Come on, Nasa.
Nasa? Nasa, please. Thank you. That's exactly what we needed. Thanks. Okay. One more, Nasa, please. Diagonal down left is a mimic. Diagonal up right is a mimic. Okay, box on the left. Two mimics are hiding in black boxes. Interesting. So these keep claiming those. No. No, no, no. No. Upright is safe. Box on the left is a mimic. If we say that's true, then down left is a mimic. Upright is a mimic. Up left is not a mimic. Upright is not a mimic. That seems good, right?
Sure.
Got a javelin. Only we could use it as a weapon.
Come on, Nasa.
Nasa, please. Nasa, I'm begging you. Thank you. Zero mimics are hiding in red boxes. Zero mimics are hiding in red boxes. Okay, so... No, this has to be safe. Okay, because if this is a mimic, then it's telling the truth and it can't be a mimic. If this is lying and it's not actually zero mimics... Okay, it could be lying. But we know that it's safe, at the very least.
How many bells do we have?
We have like 5 or something, like...
I'd say let's
We have
use it.
multiple. We have 3. The top row contains no mimics. That could be true.
Alright, let's assume that the bottom left is a mimic.
Top row contains no mimics. Zero mimics are hiding in red boxes is then a lie. Top row contains no mimics, so there are 2 mimics hiding in blue boxes, which is a lie. Zero mimics are hiding in black boxes. I guess no. Zero mimics have to be hiding in black boxes. No. That has to be safe. But then we still know that the top row contains no mimics. So that still claims... Okay, that could be a mimic. There's no mimic hiding among the black boxes twice. So they're either... Okay, either both the blues are agreeing with each other, so either they're both safe, in which case they're telling the truth, or they're both lying, in which case they're telling... Or they're both mimics, in which case they're both telling the truth. neither of them can be lying because they say the same thing.
Correct.
So all of the black boxes have to be telling the truth, which means 2 mimics are in blue boxes, 0 are in red, and 0 are in black.
Yep, I think this is the only way to interpret it.
A 3rd blue orb! Hey look, a wake-up bell! Hey, did we get enough chests?
Yay! Who's that person with the weird hair?
They probably want something. I'm a rock collector. We
That's
don't have
too
any
bad.
boring rocks to sell for 100 each. Okay,
Well,
so our attack rating is only a B. But let's go and sell some extra stuff because we don't need wake-up bells.
and we don't need any more cookies.
So I'd almost say buy more attack... No. Buy all of the healing.
Yeah.
Okay, now buy all of the attack candy.
Yeah. Wow, the
Um,
curious.
Okay. So the question is, do we want this javelin? Or, like... I was
Yes.
thinking... Yeah, I was thinking, like, 1 defense candy, but... Javelin would probably help more. Okay, are we good?
Yep.
Alright.
Alright, wind scroll.
Sure, fine. We kill each of them in 2 hits. That does 34 damage to us. He's using her attack magic again. We go to items. We can kill this thing at the very least. Wow, Nasa is doing her magic, like, a lot.
Alright, use the javelin.
Oh. As a space too far away.
And the throwing knives.
We just need 1.
Okay.
Yay! We beat the enemy
Yeah.
in 1. Okay, what color are we getting this time? Brown! It's a piece of slate. Are we gonna build like a mural or something?
Mm.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so the doubt is really interesting, I think. Do you think?
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
I doubt it.
But, like, playing through the game normally, there are certain things that you start to understand. Like, if a box says, like, boxes of this... There is a mimic among boxes of this quality, you know that had to be true, and that there had to be a mimic. Now, you have to start to basically learn a different language of, hey, if a box says this, you know it is safe, or you know it is a mimic.
Yeah.
Now it's, if a box claims that all of its quality are safe, you know that one specifically is safe, but you don't know about the others.
Mm.
Yeah, if there's only 1 box of a color, it has to be telling the truth, whether it's safe or mimic.
Yeah. Let's do a quick run of numbers.
Okay,
So I
just
wanna
to
see
see if
how
it's
it
like
actually
Minesweeper.
works.
Alright, fine. Real quick, numbers. Okay. Oh, we could have just done practice. There are 2 mimics. Top row has at least 1 mimic. So, these are saying that the ones around them have that many mimics. So we know that there are 2, and we know both of them are next to this, and also next to this. Mimic mimic.
Except the ones on the right all say that they're not only are they safe, but the ones next to them are safe.
Right. Okay. So, could these... are in the 8 directions around the box, mimics give fake numbers. Okay, so it does not count for itself, just the ones adjacent.
Oh.
So, if all of these are true, then all of these are also true. But that is impossible.
No, it's not.
Not
Top
impossible.
left is false, and bottom left is false.
But that means that this, bottom left, is impossible.
How is the
What that
bottom
is.
left impossible?
Like, it can't be telling the truth if
Yeah.
the two
Yeah,
right
correct.
rows are safe.
Yeah, so I think this is how it has to be.
Hey, look, a rock!
Cool.
I don't know if I'd rather just be playing Minesweeper. Let's find out. There's a mimic among the blue boxes. Why does that not just give a number? Oh, right, that'd be too OP if it actually had a number. There is a mimic among the blue. One of the two mimics. So again, if all the zeros are true, then there.
Then
Which
that can't be.
means...
That's not possible. If all of those ones are true, then the bottom middle is lying.
What do you mean it's lying?
The bottom middle one is saying that 2 things around it are in... Oh, right, all 8 directions.
Yes, it's not just horizontally and vertically. It's all the 8 directions around, yes.
Okay, right.
So this could totally be true.
Let's try it. Cool.
So, yeah. Guess we're having a little bit of an extra length video just to, explore one of these new things that we found. Alright. Box on the right is a mimic. Okay. If the 0 is true, then there, blah, blah, blah. If the middle is true, then that is a mimic. Then that is true, that is true. Which means that would have to be true. That sure looks true. One of these is a mimic. And then, yeah, nothing around that, so one of these two... Okay, one of those two is a mimic, which means that has to be safe, which means that has to be safe, and that has to be a mimic. So the bottom left is lying about its number. That one has 2, that one has 1, that one has 1, that one has 1, that one has 0. This one. Looks like everything is accurate.
Okay, let's try it.
Da, 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 da. We haven't gotten a new sword, so I'm pretty sure we're going to die here. Maybe not. Alright. There is a mimic among the red. So, again, if the zeros are telling the truth, then all of those are safe. So, somewhere along the line, a 0 has to be lying.
Yes. You know, let's do a different assumption. Let's assume the middle is lying.
So,
No,
there's
not
no
possible.
mimic among...
No, everything would need
Yeah.
to be lying, so it has to be telling the truth.
Yeah, there are a lot of zeros around the edges saying that the middle is definitely true. So it's definitely a mimic among the red. So... But there are 5 reds.
Top left and middle left could both be false, and that would satisfy the conditions.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because... And then I guess, yeah, just focus on the 2. Somewhere among the 2s have to be... A 2 has to be lying.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's imagine that the middle is lying. Wait a second. It can't be lying. Imagine this with the doubt.
Oh, God.
Like what I said, you have to kind of break your brain a little bit to, do the puzzles. You've played the, Portal 3 Portals mod that I talked about, right?
Yes.
Oh, so you know what I mean. The top row has at least 1 mimic.
Okay.
So,
this is one where it's possible for that to be lying and bottom left to be lying. Except
Okay.
that doesn't
Nope.
work, so
False.
therefore
Nope.
middle one has to be telling the truth.
Okay. If we assume that the 0... Okay, I notice a lot of 2s. So, they can't all be true.
In fact, if the top row has at least 1, the bottom right must be a mimic.
Okay, so that is a mimic. If one of those 2 is a mimic, then that would be true. Okay, mimic. True, true, true.
That looks good to me.
Yeah, generally it seems like the middle is true. Seems
It is always good to, just test and make sure that it can't possibly be false first. But it does seem to be a fair assumption. Full heal.
big meal. How many floors is this one? 20 or 30?
I think it's a 30. Onwards and downwards.
3. Okay.
Well, middle one has to be true.
Okay, so that's false. So that's true, which means that's safe. And that's safe, which means that's a mimic, that's true.
Looks good to me.
Again, yeah, very similar to Minesweeper. We are the type of kid who just, like, had a bunch of computer access and it didn't know what to do, so just kind of played a lot of Minesweeper, because I totally did that. Boss Fight is a mimic. So that's a mimic. That's accurate. That looks accurate. If that's accurate, then that has to be true. If that's accurate, then both of these have to be true. But that's impossible.
No, that's impossible.
So if the box on the right is not a mimic, then these 2 also have to be mimics. That's 2, that's 2, that's 1, that's 2.
Oh my god, the middle one is false.
That's 2, that's 1. Yes!
Yeah, I guess when the middle one is false, it's going to be pretty clear and pretty obvious.
There's no mimic among the red boxes. If that is true, then no. No, that's false.
Okay.
If the middle is true, then the bottom left cannot possibly be true.
Yeah, if that one's true, bottom left.
That's a lie, and one of the reds is a lie. So that's true, so that one's the lie. That one's true, that one's true, that one's true, and that one is true.
Yep.
Because if the middle is false, then any others around that are 0 have to be false.
Yep.
And you kind of just work out from there.
Alright, 2 attacks. I
still say you would love the Zumbinis. bottom row contains no mimics. Okay.
So again, let's go by that assumption.
No,
If
false.
possible.
False.
Therefore, the 0 is false.
That's true. So both those have to be true, so something else has to be false. This one has to be false.
Yep,
So that's true, that's true.
looks good to me.
Assuming that the middle is true does seem to be a fast way of finding out. Why do we keep getting these shops? Alright, listen to the boxes. Box below me is safe. Okay, no. Maybe. That could be a lie.
If the middle is true, the bottom is true, and therefore the 0 is false. Bottom right also
False.
has to be false.
False.
Top row must all be true, therefore
Yep.
middle left is false.
False and then true, because that's not 2, that's not 0, that's not 3, that is 3. Yeah, that works.
Yep,
Because we know that between the bottom middle and the bottom right, one of those two must be false.
yep.
Cure large.
Come on, Nasa.
Nasa, please. You have, like, a big chance to do magic. Good, yes, use this weapon instead. Use no weapon.
Now, small lunch.
Yeah. Mushroom lunch, thank you.
Now, don't immediately.
Whetstone.
Okay. Run into the corner of the room to eat your candy.
Obviously. Leftmost column has one or more mimics. Okay, sure. There's no mimic among the black boxes. Ooh.
Well, that has to be false.
Which has to be false.
No mimic among the black?
Oh yeah, fair. Okay, that's currently true, which would make that true. Which means that one of these two has to be false. So if that's false, then that can be true, that can still be true, and that can be true with one more here.
Yes.
And we know that the right one is false, and the middle one is
Yep.
true. Cool?
Yep.
Restores 9999 gut. We got it twice. We did not need the whetstone. Top row contains no mimics. Rightmost column has one or more mimics. Imagining that is true.
I'll just say this: if the middle one is true, the bottom right is the false one.
Oh, yeah. Alright. So that's one there. That one's two. No. Alright. If the middle one is true, that must be false. For either of these to be true, something else must also be false. If this one is true, both of those are true, which means that would then have to be false.
The top left would have to be false.
Yeah, that's 2 there, that's 1 there, that's 2 there, that... Not 3, that's not 2. That is 1, that is 2.
Cool.
Lock it?
Yep.
Just take out a weapon. And just punch these little things. Rightmost column has 1 or more mimics. There is a mimic among the red boxes, so... If that is true, then all of these are true. There must be a mimic among the red boxes. This is 1 falsehood. So that could be true. And that could be the false one, but then this one also has to be false. So this one does see 2.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
See, what I'm so concerned about is if we technically get it right, but we didn't get it, like, the way that, like, the computer wanted us to get it right, so it just counted as wrong. Even though all of our logic could actually be true, it just might not be true as they want it to be. I'm gonna beat them with the power of logic and this gun we found. Top row has a mimic, bottom row contains no mimics. If this is true, then that's a mimic, that's a mimic, that's a mimic. But then the top row... Yeah, top row cannot contain a mimic. Da-da-da. But then that is also false. So at the very least... Yeah, bottom row contains no mimics must be false, which means middle must be true. That one must be false. That's looking true so far, which would mean that is true, and that is true. 1 mimic, 2 mimic. Okay, cool. 1 mimic, true. 2 mimic, true. 3 mimic, false. 3 mimics total.
Okay.
Just waiting for something to show up saying, like, 4 or something. Like, we know it's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we sure afforded a lot of candy. Box below me is mimic, box below me is safe. Okay, if that's true, and that is true, then these 2 both have to be mimics, which they can totally be. That one is then a mimic, that's the one there, that's the one there, that's the 2 there. Easy. Otherwise, if the middle's a mimic and the bottom is a mimic, then the bottom left has to be a mimic, and the middle left has to be a mimic as well. If the top middle is true.
Okay.
Done. 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 Nicest magic rate up an extra 6%. I think we opened up all of the non-mimic chests, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, this really leads itself to figuring out the last numbers.
Yeah.
It's kind of impossible with just numbers that 2 of them will lead into, like, each other. We do not need to try your medicine.
Okay, looks good.
It says for 38, so we have to heal. And kill. Pew, 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 pew. 4 shots to the face, yo. And we got another piece of the mural.
Yay!
I don't know why this specific game shows through OBS my Steam notifications.
It's a very good question.
Like, I wish I could just, like, disable, like, that entire thing. I don't need to know when people I don't even know are playing games.
I mean, presumably you know them. You have them friended.
A lot of people on my Steam friends list are people that I, like, played a game with years ago where we had to friend each other to play it together, and we have not talked to each other in years. I should really go through my friends list and just remove everyone I don't know.
Alright, let's take a look in the basement to see if we've obtained any new achievements.
Yes.
Okay, then.